See every day above ground. You never know when your life will go done.
Hello everyone, Mullings from Rent Rare here, AKA Wicked Penman. This Black History Month topic is going to be rolling a bit like Star Wars. You know what I mean? You may end up getting the last video first and the first video last and all of that, so bear with me. This week's topic, I'm going to pose it as a 5-part question, all right? So bear with me, we'll get to each point. But here, first of all, are we suffering from exhaustion to Black History Month? That's the first part of the question. 2, do we have a skeleton plan for how each year will go? 3, is Black History Month UK too much about other places and not enough about Black achievement in the UK? 4, is there a financial benefit to Black History Month? 5, does the event need formal governance and dedicated funding which gives us autonomy over how it's ran? So that's the question in a nutshell. So I want to really delve into Black history and just how it's executed from year on year in the UK. And of course, obviously with your help, we can try and safely navigate and see if we have a consensus on anything. I'm going to obviously give my point of view on things, but as always and as is customary, if this is the first time you've come across one of my videos or my content in general, I welcome conversation, I welcome debate, I welcome comments. In, you know, the only prerequisite is that people keep it classy, you know what I mean, keep it respectful, even if you don't agree with what I'm saying. Yeah? Cool. In keeping with the with the Star Wars mentioned earlier, let's go from back to front. So the last question will be the first one I answer. Does the event need formal governance and dedicated funding, which gives us autonomy over how it's ran? Well, yes, that's really it. It does need formal governance. It does need dedicated funding, of course. And we do need to have autonomy over how Black History Month is executed. I don't think there's anyone that can disagree with that. You will say, where's the money supposed to come from? Well, they find money for everything. When I say they, I mean the government, this country finds money for all sorts of things. You can definitely find money to formalize how Black History Month is organized and ran. Also, that will lead to it being a thing that brings more money to the country anyway. So, yes, and yes was the answer to that one. Is there a financial benefit to Black History Month? That's the next question on the list, and not necessarily at the moment, but that goes back to question 5, and that's the need for governance, funding, and autonomy over how it's ran, because that's where you're going to see the biggest potential for making money from this thing, and money that benefits the community. We're not speaking about just putting back money into, no. Money that benefits the community, yeah? Cool. I'm going to try and keep this real brief because, again, I feel like this is the thing where most people will have their own ideas on how this stuff is executed, but the sentiment will be the same across the board. Is Black History Month too much about other places and not enough about Black achievement in the UK? Yes, I feel that way too. And again, it's not necessarily a problem within the community. It's just a problem with how the media seems to lump everything in together and kind of Black Brits are like an afterthought. I've seen, what's the lady called that wrote Noughts and Crosses? She was even saying like, look, my inbox is open 12 months of the year. Don't just all start jumping into my inbox when it becomes Black History Month. And it's true, I felt that as well, as someone who's been in the press and written in newspapers, written newspaper columns, I should say, and been on the radio, so on and so forth. Pretty much all these people ever wanted to speak about was Black history. And it was some last minute thing with no preparation. And you know what I mean? It's like, if you have a PR campaign that you're running, the PR people, if they're not Black, if they're not from the community, they're going to tend to see this as a win. Like, it's like, no, it's not a win if the only reason I'm there is to speak about this and this alone. So the rest of the year, what? I just go away? Is it Groundhog Day when it's October? So yes, I do think it's too much about everywhere else, not enough about Black achievement in the UK. But I have a topic that comes back to that later on. we'll get back into that in great detail later on. Right. Do we have a skeleton plan for how each year will go? No, I don't think so. But then that goes back into, like I said, funding, governance, autonomy. So those things are related. And then are we suffering from exhaustion to Black History Month? No, we aren't, but everyone else might be. And I think, right, and again, I will discuss this in a later topic, I think it's time to look at rebranding how Black history is approached in this country. You know, some people are saying cancel Black History Month. I'm not going as far as that. I'm saying how it is presented and how it is executed has a lot to do with why some people roll their eyes and complain, and, you know, and why there isn't a lot of cohesion about how it's dealt with from year to year. That needs to change. Right, I think I've kept this pretty brief. Not really much to say else, really. I think they're open questions, sure, but really, most people will either say yes or no to most of these questions, and then they'll have their caveats as to how it's done. I think that's what we need to get on the same page with. But essentially, yes, there's exhaustion, but it's not from us. Yes, we need a skeletal plan because there isn't one. Yes, it's too much about other places, not enough about Black achievement in the UK. Yes, there will be a financial benefit, but there isn't one currently. It's not reached its fullest potential. How can it when it's never had any governance, formal, you know, any governance, any funding, any autonomy? It's never been that. But yeah, J Mullings, AKA Wicked Penman. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all of that at Written Mirror or at One Wicked Penman. Listen to me on your favorite audio streaming platforms, your Spotify, your Apple, Amazon, whatever, Napster. Wicked, WICKED, one word. Penman's the second word, PENMAN. Yeah? And we gone. I hit that until we come back again. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Have a good day. I know the weather isn't the best in the UK at the moment, but you know, do try and see the silver lining in the clouds. I'm out.